Welcome back, Festival Tales fam. We're back with another episode. We have a Babs recap about EDC Orlando, which I'm so excited to hear about it. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, I have an EDC background in honor of that. As we are both traveling, we are home for Thanksgiving. So in case things are a little spotty or audio is not the best, we apologize, but we just wanted to get this up and out to you guys. Hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving, or will have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family, friends, loved ones, all that jazz. And yeah, get your guys' stories in now that festival season is basically over. We need your stories and we want to relive, your best moments and stuff like that. Especially with the end of the year coming up, I feel like we can talk about some highlights and stuff. So definitely get in your stories. You can either submit them at the form in our show notes on social media, or you can DM us separately on Twitter or Instagram if you would like. And this episode is also brought to you by The Stage. And this is EDM's main hub spot for content. So if you want to check out other podcasts and other content creators and things like that, definitely go to The Stage at stagehoppers.com. And I think that's basically it, right? I think I got everything.
Yeah, I think that's just about everything. But just to reiterate, we're both traveling. That is the beauty of doing a podcast, though. We can kind of do it from anywhere. So I'm happy that we were able to do it on our vacations. But unfortunately, our audio might not be the best. I know I'm using my travel mic right now, and it sometimes is just downright atrocious when I listen to it later. But it's okay. It happens. So let's dive into it. EDC Orlando 2021. I'm going to start by saying this was my fourth EDC Orlando. So there's definitely so many things that have changed. I would say 2019, they really upped the game, and they've kind of ran with that this year as well. So I have nothing but good things to say. I would totally word that wrong.
All bad things.
Nothing but good things to say on that end. And we can go into that a little bit later. But we'll start with some stories that I have. So let's go from just the beginning. Why not? I want to give a quick backstory to this. For some reason, EDC Orlando has just been notoriously a bad festival for me. It just has. I've always when I mean a bad festival, just something happens that makes it bad. Not necessarily the festival's always great, but year one, someone stole my backpack. I put it on the ground and was helping a friend out, and it was gone. And that had my GoPro at the time in and $300 of cash, and it was gone. So I never found that. Lost the GoPro, lost the cash, gone. The next year, I got a brand new iPhone 8 Plus when the iPhone 8 Plus was new, with 264 gigs. I got the Mac Daddy one, and it got stolen from me. So that right there. 2019, I think I got away scotch-free. I can't remember if I lost some I lost some of our friends' party favors that they gave us. That was gone. So that's another that's still that's you just feel bad when you do that for your group. They trusted me to hold it. I was I got you guys, and then I lost all of it. So yeah, just 3 bad years in a row. 2021. It did not disappoint. It delivered once again.
Oh no.
So on the way down to EDC Orlando 21, I decided to drive instead of fly. And that's because I'm staying in Florida for the next 3 weeks. So I'm driving down. I get a speeding ticket in Georgia, of all places, of course. And I don't know who listens or who doesn't, but Georgia is just notorious for just shitty cops. They just are. We know that in Florida, we always know to drive slow. So I know for a fact I wasn't going faster than the speed of traffic, because I remember looking around and being am I really getting pulled over right now? And I got pulled over. Didn't even the lady was super nice, I'll be honest, but I got a ticket. So that was great. I don't even know what the cost of the ticket is. It doesn't say on the ticket. It doesn't say anything. It just says you have a citation.
Oh, no.
B, go pay it or go appear in court. And I was okay, cool. So that's number one. That happens. Number two, technically this happened before the ticket, but number two, I ordered the GoPro Hero 10 because I was all right, I'm going to get a new camera just to start vlogging better and better graphics, all that jazz, all the new bells and whistles. It says it was delivered to my apartment on November 4th. It did not arrive. And I checked my mailbox. checked with the management. No one has this package, but someone signed for it. So someone now has a new GoPro 10 that I don't have, and I have to now figure out where that is. And I'm working with GoPro to get that. So that's strike number 2. So we're already just off to like, woo, not even Friday yet. And I'm like, great, this is phenomenal. Friday comes, I'm like, all right, I'm going to get in. Let's get in at 4, yada, yada. So I have to go to will call because I was on my friend's guest list. And I go to will call. They're like, your name's not coming up. I'm like, what do you mean my name's not coming up? I know I have a ticket. Like, they sent me the thing. Then they send me over to the box office. The box office doesn't have my ticket. The lady at the box office goes, oh, they are doing like guest passes at like the DoubleTree, but it's like 20 minutes, like a 20-minute walk away from here and like a 10-minute drive. So I don't know if you want to go do that or not. And I already paid for parking and everything. And I was like, I'm not doing that again. And first off, I wasn't even coming up in the system. So I just didn't have a ticket, even though I was supposed to. It was just not there. So God bless Emma Capotis, because I knew she had an extra ticket that day because I was originally trying to help her sell it to some friends that ended up not needing it. But I called her and I was like, do you by chance have that ticket with you right now? And she was like, I do. Why? What's up? And I was like, I'll buy it off you, like whatever. Like, I just don't have a ticket right now. And I'm already here. Like, I'm already outside the festival gates.
Yeah.
Bless her soul. She came in, saved the day. She was like, just take it. Like, I know you're supposed to have a ticket, get your whole situation figured out, use my ticket, and we'll work it out another time. So bless her. She like security let her come out of the festival and go back in. Like, they were which was super helpful. So it was all around, that ended up being great, but it was a very long, like 30-minute fiasco of trying to figure out how I'm going to get in. And yeah, but bless her soul. So shout out Emma Capotis, saved the day, allowed me to even go in and do my vlogs and stuff. So thank the Lord. So yeah, like get in on day 1, that happens. I ended up hanging with them for a little bit because I lost my group. My group already went in. I didn't want them to wait. I felt bad because I didn't know how long it would take. So I was like, just go in, start having fun. I'll meet you later. And met up with them later. Good time. Day 1, who did I see? Because I got in a little late. I got in around when Black Coffee started and the end of Atlians. So I saw the end of Atlians, beginning of Say My Name. We then had like an hour in between, decided to just walk the festival grounds, get food. Saw Said the Sky, really good opening set, very good vibes. End up leaving because I wanted something a little bit more upbeat and fast. So went over to Keizo, and only stayed for like 30 minutes at Keizo before we saw Liquid. And then we were at Start Grounds basically the rest of the night for Liquid Stranger, Sun and Death, back-to-back Nightmare, and then ended the night with Nightmare. I want to touch on super quick was Nightmare, back-to-back Sun and Death. I don't know what it is with me. I'm not a super big fan of Sudden Death by himself. I've gone to a bunch, and nothing against his music. There are some songs I really like, but for some reason his sets just don't do it for me. Even the Void ones, I don't know what I like. I'll stay the first 30 minutes, but I'm like, all right, I just want to go and do something else. But overall, still good production. But him back to back with Nightmare was really dope. I actually thought they blended really well together, better than I thought it was going to happen. It was a little bit different than other back-to-backs because you could kind of tell like whose song was whose, but they did a really good job of blending them well together. So overall, that was a really good back-to-back. I kind of hope they do more like that. They also had really like dope visuals that went well together, which I was kind of shocked about. So overall, that was really surprisingly good, like better than I thought it was going to be. And then Nightmare at the end, we would decided like, let's go see him again at the Corona Beach tent because I'm sure he's going to throw down some more. And he did not disappoint. That was a fun set just because, I don't know, it's just like at the Corona Beach tent, there's not like visuals. So you're kind of just at the tent or the beach stage and it's open. There's like pillars you can stand on. I was standing on the pillars, which was a dope view. And like, you kind of, I don't know, I just felt like you were like more loose and like having a fun time because there wasn't like, you wouldn't stare at a screen. You couldn't watch visuals. Like you just had to be there like in the music with your friends. A lot of fun. We were goofing around the whole time. So you brought up, you wanted to ask about Baby Yoda. Yes. So
I got a video of Babs from Emma and I was like, is that Babs?
So yeah, I was.
And she also texted me. Emma had also texted me like, "Oh, we ended up at Nightmare. Don't ask me." And I was like, "What is going on?"
I was so shocked. So I was on that pillar. So they got there like halfway through. I was on the pillar the whole time. Like I was up there the entire time, like just going ham, doing the Baby Yoda, like making them headbang, having them wave at people, like all that fun stuff. And then I see them in the crowd. And first off, that was my first reaction. I was like, what is she doing at this event? Like nothing against her, but I know she's not into that stuff. So it made me laugh to see them. And I was like, and I didn't want to like lose my spot on the pillar. So I was like in my head, I was like, they're gonna look over. Like someone's going to look over. And I was like, I gotta pick someone in the group. And I was like, BB. In my head, I was like, BB, look. And I was just holding the Yoda up in the air and like waving it at them. And then finally she turned, she pointed, then she tapped Emma and was like, oh my gosh, it's Babs. So for the Baby Yoda, one of my friends that we got into festivals, I'd say maybe, I think his first one was EDC Orlando 2019, actually. He has always brought it. It's kind of been like his tradition since he got the Baby Yoda. I don't know what made him want to bring it, but he got it at a we had a Christmas party when I lived in Florida before I left, and it was like that was one of the gifts that someone brought, and he got it and he won it at the Secret Santa, and then he just started bringing it to like every festival ever since. So we've had it at Forbidden Kingdom, we had it at SMF, we've had it at Lost Lands, and we've had it now at EDC Orlando, and I think that's just like our thing now. We just keep bringing it. Everyone loves them, of course. So it's always funny to see. Everyone's reaction is so funny. They're always all like, "Oh my gosh!" And like you'll see. The funniest thing is like you'll see people in the crowd. Like we ran into some guy that had like a Mandalorian T-shirt on, and he immediately like saw it and it was just like he like grabbed it and just like cradled it and was just like swaying it back. Like everyone reacts so funny to it. It's hysterical.
Oh my god.
It's a great time. It's like definitely like it's a great icebreaker too if you're like someone nervous in the crowd. Yeah. Because like you just have it and people generally are like, can I hold it? And like you just start talking to them that way. But at the time he had bestowed it to me and I was raging with him. So it was a good time.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he has this like way with his, you know how the hydration packs, they have like the clips, right? And so like it can be better supportive. Like he has this way where he clips him in and he'll just walk around with him like it's like a baby.
Like a baby carrier?
Yeah, like a baby carrier, yeah. So that's funny. And
oh my god.
Oh yeah, Baby Yoda is the best. Shout out Fernando. If you listen to this, homie, we love Baby Yoda. Keep bringing him.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
We also have on my day one vlog, they at Rated R earlier in the night, we went to him at the Corona Beach tent and they like put him in the middle of the mosh pit circle and everyone stopped moshing and they were just like worshiping this little Baby Yoda. They were putting on like
I think I saw that in your vlog.
Yeah, like all these glow sticks. They were putting like cones around them so people wouldn't step on them. Like it was so funny. But it was like literally like people were just moshing for like 30 minutes. The circle breaks out. He just puts them in the middle, and people were like going crazy. So it's so funny.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's about it for day one. Nothing other than the fiasco of me getting in. Nothing crazy happened.
Yeah. So with that guest list, was it like an artist or who was the friend?
So I helped Nikki. Are you familiar with Nikki on Twitter? I don't know how to remember.
Oh yeah.
That's all I know how to say.
Vicky,
yeah. So like I'm friends with them and she knew I had a lot of people in Florida. So she like gave me her ticket link and said, hey, if you help me get tickets through selling in Florida, I'll make sure you get a guest list because if I sell enough, I can get one. And I guess I helped sell enough. So she gave me one. That was, I don't know. I think it was the DoubleTree. I think that's where I had to go, but I was not about to move my car and deal with traffic.
Yeah.
So thank God.
I actually had an extra ticket for EDC Orlando from the same thing as her, but I didn't get to use it. Or like, I didn't even know if I could change the name on it. Probably. I don't know, but.
You have to go next year. You missed out, although you had a fun weekend.
I know. I want to go next year.
it's definitely worth it. They've, like I said, we'll go into it more toward after the stories, but like they've been really upping things more and more. So I can go into it, especially seeing like progression. But it's all right. Day two. Yeah, day two. We'll jump into that. Nothing crazy day two either, really. Although big exciting news, what you've been waiting for. I went to a house set. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go venture out and see new things, people. So I went to John Summit. That was the one I decided to pick from the slew of people that were there that day and the whole weekend. I was like, I'm going to John Summit. I don't know why. Just like the name, I think. And even I was texting Emma beforehand, and she was like, "That's a good one to go to. Let's plan on doing that one." And I was like, "All right, that's it. We're set in. We're locked in." So I went to John Summit, found them, hung out with Party Safe with Jess, Emma, Tina Raves. They were all there. Fun group of people to be around, especially for the house set. And I will be honest with you, I really enjoyed John Summit. I actually really did. So for one, I don't know what it is, but I love like tent structures like that, like the mega structure tents and stuff. So I'm a big fan of going into those, but half the time they don't have the music I like. So I just end up not going. But I thoroughly enjoyed the setup that they had there. I love when you're immersed in the tent because it kind of feels like you're within your own world already. You're already within your own world at a festival. You're in your own little bubble because it's like you can't see or hear anything outside of the tent. So I really like that aspect of it. But Neon Garden was crazy good this year. It was way bigger than expected. And I also liked the crowd at the house stage. It was I don't know if it was just because of John Summit, and maybe you can attest to this, but they were super, like everyone there felt like at that time was super into that. So whereas like EDC, or especially EDC Orlando, you get like a very big college crowd because it's in the middle of Florida. It's also next to the second biggest university in the world, in the country. But then like I used to live 4 hours away. I would drive down for that from college with college friends. And then there's also like people from Tampa that come, people from UF, people from Miami that all come. It's mainly college kids that go a lot of the time. But that set did not feel like they were college kids. It felt like there were people there that wanted to be there for house music and were enjoying it. And like everyone was just like, drop would come, like, and everyone would be jumping up, like, ah! And it was like, I was like enjoying the energy a lot. So it was really awesome. I had a great time.
Oh, yay. That was really good. I listened to it.
I saw he posted it. I have not actually got to re-listen to it, but I really want to go back and listen to it.
It's a really good set.
It was, I could definitely see myself going to another one of his sets in the near future, if I'm honest. So depending on the lineup, I don't want to miss some of my other people, but yes, I could see it. Okay, I got my schedule here. So then after John Summit, we roamed around. No. We went to DJ Diesel, which I love Shaq. I just, for some reason, DJing to me is like I want to go see it every time. I just do. Yeah. Even if it's not the best, but really good set for him. I saw him at Lost Lands. I thought it was better at EDC Orlando, surprisingly. So really dope. Decided all my friends gave me shit for like wanting. I didn't care about going to G Jones or Galantis. That was deciding between the two. My girlfriend's super into Galantis. Her first rave ever, she had like a Galantis set that she got to see. So she was like, oh my God, it's been 5 years. I have to go see him again. So I was like, all right, sorry guys, I'm going to Galantis. So
oh my God. Wait, you missed G Jones?
Yes, I did.
You are such a saint of a boyfriend.
Yeah, it was, I didn't hear, to be honest with you, I didn't hear much about the G Jones set. So I know, like I saw a few people on Twitter talking about it, but even my friends that stayed at G Jones didn't mention like, oh, you missed a crazy set or anything. So I didn't really feel like I missed out. As a matter of fact, they ended up coming to the last 15 minutes of Galantis. So I don't know if I really missed anything.
Who knows?
But Galantis was fun. It was very bouncy. That's what I described.
So feel good vibes.
Yeah, like feel good and bouncy, where they're just like, And so that was fun. It was honestly good. They had a lot of good pyrotechnics for their set, actually, surprisingly. So I've got.
Were they at Kinetic? Probably at Kinetic.
They were at Kinetic. Yep, they were at Kinetic. But it was a good set. okay, so before then, Subtronics and Excision, I actually forgot a story that I just remembered. So after John Summit, one of my girlfriend's, it's a long connection here, girlfriend's friends, boyfriends that I'm like friends with. That's the only reason we know each other. Like they're best friends. We know each other that way. But he was like, hey, she's not going to go to the festival day 2, but I have a 3-day ticket. So like, I'm going to come by myself. And it was his first time ever going to a festival without his girlfriend. Like it was his first time ever just going to a festival. So I was like, all right, dude, like, we'll make sure we find you and all that stuff. He got in after John Summit and I was like, oh, we're by Neon Garden, like by the VIP, like, and the way it was set up was we meant the VIP for main stage because it was right across the street from John Summit. And he thought we meant the VIP at Neon Garden. So he was like, I'm here, bro. Like, where are you? And this went on for like none of us knowing that we were at the different places. I was like, we're here too. Like, where are you? It went on for like 10, 15 minutes. But the funny thing ever was like, I'm waiting for a text. I have nothing, like service is shit. So I was like waiting for this text to come in. Like, where is he? Is he coming? Yada, yada.
Yeah.
Like 15 minutes goes by and I just get mission abort. I'll see you later. And it just cracked me up because like, I don't know why no one really says mission abort anymore.
Yeah.
And it just made me laugh so hard. And we ended up finding him right before Subtronics and stuff, but it was just very funny to hear. He was like, mission abort. I'll see you at circuit grounds later. And then,
you like, never mind.
But that way we found him. Subtronics, Excision, and in the night with, I don't really need to say too much, do I? Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I will. Subtronics, really stepping up his game. His new tour, I think it's the Fractal Tour. I'm thinking of it right. Anyways, his new tour is going to feature some new visuals and such. And looks like he showcased some of those off at EDC Orlando. I thought it was really good. I thought the visuals were really good for his brand in a sense. So I'm excited to see his project continue to grow because that's something I always felt was missing from him was his visuals, because he's got like, he's by far one of the best actual DJs live, the way he's triple dropping and all that stuff. But his visuals I always felt were like just lacking a little bit in comparison, like with the music and how they match up. But it was really good this time, and I would think his tour is going to be even crazier. So highly recommend go check that out if you're into dubstep. And then Excision, just, you know, there's nothing I could say. He's the king. He came and showed up and threw down, and it was really good. Honestly, if I'm completely honest with you, I don't even really remember much of the Excision set. I was couple beatboxes in. It was a good, I know I had a good time. I have a few good videos, but like when I watch the videos in order, I'm like, this is interesting. I'm like, all right, sorry about that. We had a little bit of technical difficulties here, but we're back. As I was saying, end of day 2, Excision was good from what I remember. Hashtag beatbox, had a little fun. Let's just say that.
How many did you have?
It
takes 2 for me to be like.
I mean, I would say definitely probably had like 3.5, 4. Yeah, I was definitely on that road. It was a good time. Yeah, they're a good time. We'll get into it. They're not my favorite flavors, but they're good. They're good, like, for what they need to do.
They get the job done.
They get the job done. Yes, 100%. So day 3, if I'm honest, nothing really happened day 3 that was worth noting. We got in super late, decided to take a chill day. We were very beat from the 2 days before. And we decided to have like a chill day. Got in at like 5:36. So it was already dark when we got in. And then saw end of Dabin. Saw a big part beginning of Ecoli. You said Ecoli, or is there a different way to say it?
I've always said a collie.
I think you're right. Saw beginning of him. He actually was surprisingly pretty good. 7 Lions, best set of the weekend, just because, you know, I'm very biased. But very great set. Packed, but good set. And then we ended the night with Lewis the Child, and they did a pretty good job. And then saw the last half of Armin van Buren, just because he doesn't usually make his way to the States. So thought we'd check out some of them. But that was about it. Didn't do much else, nothing notable. We walked away with some lawn chairs though. That was funny.
What?
Okay, I guess I do. It's not like a funny. It's just a weird like festival story. We're like, why? So like we went to the bazaar, right? Bazaar. That's not what it's called. Like the shopping area. There's a name for it. Okay, I can't remember. But I know how to spell it. Like Bazaar, but there's a way to.
Oh, bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it right. So we went there at the end of the festival, like, oh, let's just look real quick for some like merch and all that stuff, or just stuff to buy. And my buddy like is so picky about what he wants to buy. He just never buys stuff at festivals. Like literally at Lost Lands, he bought a keychain lanyard. That's it. That's all he bought. And he was like, why? He got home and was like, why did I not buy anything? Like, why did I buy this? Like, why? So this festival, he was like determined to just buy something. And then he like disappears in the shops. He comes back out of nowhere and he has 2 lawn chairs on his shoulder. And we're like, where did you get those? He goes, one of the vendors was just like, lawn chairs, you can take them. Lawn chairs, getting rid of them. And I just took them. And we're like, that's what you're going to come walk away with from EDCs, 2 lawn chairs. That was funny. But
That's funny. How random.
very random. Just a festival thing. I have no idea how to explain that. Can't think of anything else. Do you have any quick questions or anything of sorts?
How were the vibes from the crowd? Because I feel like EDC Las Vegas got a lot of crap this year on the crowd, even though I had a great time with the crowd.
I would say, again, it's definitely not one of the best crowds, I would say, just because of, like I said, it's a very big college festival, I think. And there were definitely a lot of people there from colleges and stuff. We like even like the flags at this festival, like a lot of them were fraternity flags and stuff, which I mean, again, nothing against it, but like it's also not the same vibe. Like it just isn't like, and I will say on circuit grounds, the right side versus the left side was night and day. So like we would always go to the left side. It was a lot less packed for some reason. And so a lot less crowded and we could just like vibe out. We went to the right side for Subtronics and it was a madhouse. And there were definitely people like constantly like running through our group and stuff like that. So we just left and went on the left side for Excision. So I would say that there was a big weird night and day difference. Festival wise, just to kind of go off of like things that changed that I mentioned earlier, they did a lot different this year. Neon Garden, like I said, was a lot bigger in my opinion this year. I know in previous years, and I could be getting confused, they just had like almost like a circus tent. Like it was just built up. That was it. And it was, and it wasn't big. They positioned Kinetic Field differently. So 2019, it was still on that side of the festival grounds, but they had it like tilted the other way, like almost where Neon Garden was. So like the Neon Garden right side and the main stage left side were kind of like catty corner. And it was weird. And then they flipped it this year. And I thought that was a lot better. Definitely allowed for more open space at main stage of Kinetic Field. Circuit grounds, I did like the stage design this year. My still all-time favorite is 2019, but for some reason those damn honeycombs were just too much. I like them, but it was a very good. I liked it. Looked better to me than the Vegas one. I don't know if it was the same, but for me it looked different.
No, I don't think it was different. I think it was different.
Yeah, I liked the bigger screens. I think more festivals need to do that. Bigger screens. I think that people like that. I don't think I'm just me thing. I really don't. I think a lot of people like the big screens. So,
who was your favorite sets overall? Seven Lions.
I gotta throw John Summit in there, to be honest. I really did have a good time. Like I really did. And then I'd either go with Rated R really stands out to me. He's kind of on the come up on dubstep side. He's got the song Womp Womp that people know from Excision playing it a lot at Lost Lands. Definitely on the up and come up still, but played 2 sets. I only saw him at the Corona Beach tent. Thought the Corona Beach tent set was really good. Really blew me away. I didn't get to catch him earlier. Other artists I did not get to catch that I was depressed about. I didn't get to catch my buddy Sloth. He played at Circuit Grounds on one of the days, but I still had to work. I had to go to a meeting at that time. And then Lay's, I didn't get to see her, but I heard she did really good.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to pull up the schedule real quick. If there's anything else. Oh, there wasn't a Pixel Forest this year, or I don't know if anyone wants to answer this that listens, but there was a Pixel Forest area, but not one to walk through. Unless I just missed it. Unless my whole group missed it, there was no like walk through one that they just had an area labeled Pixel Forest, and that was it. And then the Rhino bus was there, but no.
I saw they have the Pixel Bar.
Yeah, well, like they had all of that stuff, but not the walk through Pixel Forest.
Yeah.
I knew they redid it this year at Vegas, so I was like, oh, that'd be cool. I can't wait to see that at EDC Orlando. And then we never found, unless we just missed it. Like if anyone did find it, please write it and let me know, because I was shocked.
I feel like I would have seen it on Emma or BB's vlog.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it had to have been there.
Are you going next year?
Yeah, it's just so easy to go because it's in my home state, and like for me, it's super easy to go and see all of my friends that were there, or that are there still. So like a very easy spot to meet up. Oh my gosh, you just reminded me of a story that did happen on day 3. I know we have to go. I will say it as quickly as possible. I have buddies that I lived with in college. None of my college friends at my college went to festivals. None of them did. I would always be out of town going to festivals, and they would always ask me about it, but no one ever went. All my festival friends were at different colleges. So day 3, I get a text from my 2 roommates, and they're like, we're going to EDC Orlando. We're only going day 3. Let us know where you are. Let's make sure we meet up. Within like an hour, they were just obliterated. They did not know, like they could not communicate. And I was like, this is where I'm going to be. Like, I literally told them, like, I'm to the right of this every time at this stage. Like, and I was like, I will be there for 7 lines. Like, you cannot miss me. And they didn't show up. But anyways, at Louis a Child, I see my friend walking out of the crowd, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta go say hi. So I run up, I'm like, yo, and this man, he will remain nameless, but was absolutely rolling balls. Just like, great. I was like, bro, what is going on with you? He's like, I ran into my roommates in Jacksonville, and I knew his roommates were kind of crazy from what he told me. And he was like, they gave me like half a bean. I didn't feel anything, so I took a full one after that. So he's at 1.5. And he's like, then it all just smacked me. And now I'm like, it's crazy. And he was like, just trying to like navigate and couldn't do it. And then the funniest thing ever is he's just standing there with me at this point. And he just leans over and he puts his hand on my shoulder, and he's like, I get it, man. I get it. I'm gonna keep coming to these. Like, I'm gonna keep coming to these. And he was just talking so much. He's like, I can't believe I didn't go with you back in college. Like, this is so much fun. And he was like, I'm so glad I got to see you. Like, we're for sure going to more of these. Like, I'm coming with you to more festivals. It's happening. So it was just so funny. I wish I would have remembered to share that earlier rather than at the end of the podcast. But if you've come this far in the podcast, you got a funny story. So
that's so funny.
Oh my God, such a good one.
Famous last words.
It was so funny. It's cracked me up. But I know we need to get going here. Sorry, we did like a very long 30-40 minute podcast, but I hope you guys enjoyed my EDC recap. I had a great time. I love doing these. It gets me excited. And once again, I'm so glad we can do this when we're on the road. It makes me excited to just be able to hop on and do this podcast for you guys. It's awesome. But make sure to like, subscribe to the podcast. We greatly appreciate that. Write a review for us. We greatly need those. And submit your stories. There's so many festivals that just happened in the last month. And we've got about a month break until these New Year's festivals. So get your stories in so we can start reading some more. We greatly appreciate it. Love you guys. Anything else, Ade?
No, we're good. Love you guys.
All right, everyone. Bye.
Bye.